We are back with a story you will see only on Fox. We've been talking about it a lot. Clemson pitcher Clate Schmidt made headlines across the country earlier this year, battling cancer. On the very same day he had his first treatment, he was drafted by the major leagues. Sports director Aaron Cheslock joins me here at the desk with the story and how a rival on the Gamecocks helped get him through it.
Yeah, Cody, that rival you're talking about is Clate's younger brother, Clark, a pitcher for the Gamecocks. He dropped everything over the summer to help his brother's fight against cancer. And one of the most remarkable comeback stories you'll ever hear, Garnet and Black fought with Orange and White to strike out cancer.
My mentality of how I was going to be able to approach cancer, honestly, all came from that mound. When I'm pitching, I want to be confident. I want to know that I can beat this person. A pitch to me, in cancer's terms, was a treatment. I want to be able to do this exercise after the chemo. Baseball to me embodied that.
Clayton Clark Schmidt, brothers with a bond. Baseball in their blood.
I'm stronger than him.
Oh my, don't even start
I am stronger than him.
Since they were kids, competition's been consistent, always playing sports together, especially baseball.
We would push each other to get even better. We'd never catered to each other. We always wanted to make each other better and push ourselves to that next level.
Coming out of high school, Clate's arms coveted, and despite getting drafted by Detroit, he chooses to go to Clemson. Then it's Clark's turn. But younger brother took his chance to step out of Clate's shadow.
And they always ask the same question, what happened? Why did your brother go to South Carolina? And it always comes down to the fact that, for me, I wanted Clark to make the best decision that he could that fit him like Clemson fit me.
In 2015, the freshman, laced in Garnet and Black, took on Big Bro, decked out in orange and white.
Him going to South Carolina, me going to Clemson, there's really no bigger rivalry. Being able to be a part of something that's it's unreal, so cool to be able to go through it with your brother.
It's just a game. We know that in the back. We know that in the back of our minds. When it's all said and done, it's just a game. But while we're playing that game, I'm gonna do anything I can to win that game.
But baseball would get put on the back burner. Early in 2015, Clate notices a lump above his collarbone. Months of tests, no results. Then after the season, a biopsy finally shed some light.
First word she drops is cancer. And I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. Like, what stage is it? What do I have to do? Do I have to do chemo, radiation? Am I going to be able to play baseball?
Clate's mind starts racing.
I'm 21 years old. I haven't experienced half the stuff I'm supposed to experience. And then not only was I thinking, what am I going to do? I'm thinking, what if I don't make it?
Clark sits in shock.
I mean, no one expects you to get a call saying, hey, your brother has cancer. I couldn't imagine being where I am today without him, and I couldn't imagine going on without him.
Clate's form of Hodgkin's lymphoma requires months of chemo and radiation. On day one, he's icing his back from his first round of treatment. When?
That's the day I get drafted.
The Boston Red Sox take him in the 32nd round.
Congratulations, you've just been drafted by the Boston Red Sox. So I'm like holding my back, I got some ice on there. I'm like, man, you're joking right now, right?
Clark opts to skip playing in one of the premier amateur baseball leagues over the summer. He chooses family over fastballs.
I knew that I was going to drop everything I had to do for him. I was at every chemo treatment.
The big brother always led the way, but Clate's treatments begin to take a toll on his body and his mind.
Why me? Why do I have to go through this? And I remember just thinking, I don't know what we're going to do.
Clate's little brother helps him keep his control off the diamond.
I could talk to him about it, and he would have the same terms in his head that I was saying, and he wouldn't be like, well, what are you crazy? Like, you're comparing cancer to a baseball game. 2.5 long months later,
Clate gets the call he's cancer-free. He immediately runs to Clark.
I'm like, dude, we're home free. I never really told him how much he meant to me at the time.
After leaving his last treatment, Clate goes, you guessed it, straight to Doug Kingsmore Stadium, where new coach Monty Lee's never coached a cancer survivor.
This goes far beyond baseball. So baseball was really secondary when I reached out to him.
Eventually, Schmidt started throwing smoke again. Now, Lee's using it as a teaching tool for his team.
When our guys are tired, a little fatigued out here, they can look at Clate, their teammate, and say, hey, you know, I'm really not that tired. I can fight through this. If Clate can fight through cancer and be out here with us, I can fight through some of my troubles as well.
Clate Schmidt's back to 100%. Unbelievably, he's the favorite to toe the rubber as the Tigers' ace this spring. Clark's just happy he's back on his feet, in cleats, back to baseball.
It's ridiculous how close we've been. This has just solidified everything and said, hey, without him, where would you be? Wow, what if I didn't have him? And that's what cancer did. It said a wake-up call, like, hey, you need to be thankful.
In just 3 months, Clate Schmidt's slated to walk to the mound, cancer-free.
From the day I got diagnosed, I want to be standing on that mound when that season comes. And once that happens, I feel like my goal has been achieved.
Clate's story makes local and national headlines, Tigers and Gamecocks alike, pulling for the Clemson pitcher.
People look at me as an inspiration. I hope that I can live up to the portrayal. Don't you ever think that you're not good enough to be able to beat this. You can beat this thing. You got your family, your friends. I'm telling you, you can beat it.
But March 4th's not that far away either, where there's a real shot of a Schmidt versus Schmidt pitcher's duel. And don't think baby brother's going easy on Clate.
If I'm on the mound, I'm coming right for him. So I'm saying I'm going to win this game regardless of what happens. No taking it easy, none of that here.
With all eyes squarely on him in the toughest jam of his life, Clate Schmidt struck cancer out.
And we are happy to report Clate is cured with a less than 20% chance of the cancer coming back. Coach Lee says he's lifting more than any other pitcher in the weight room. Of course, if you ask Clark, little brother will tell you he's still a little bit stronger. Now, this is one of those stories that I think it's great that we got to air it this week because you have Thanksgiving coming up and the rivalry game on Saturday. So it just kind of puts things into perspective with both of those major events in this area.
Yeah. And it's hard to, you hate to say it, but I think when something like that happens to you, it really does change your whole outlook on life.
Yeah.
And I think for those two, as young as they are, it's kind of probably changed life forever.
Yep, great stories. Happy that I had the privilege to tell it.
Absolutely.
That match is going to be interesting. That
That
game.
will be.
If it happens, if it happens, what a
I like it.
storyline that would be.
They're not going to go easy on each other either, that's for sure.